Welcome back to Kerbal Space Programs, the beginnings of science. The next part of the mission is going to be our solar encounter. Now, first, before we even start that, we have to spend this 943 science. And I am thinking that we could probably use... Let's go ahead and get something that has science. Ah, there it is. The gravioli detector. Yes, we want that. And now we have 93 science left. Let's go ahead and get the big poodle engine. And that'll start us on to getting our skipper engines and bigger tanks. Okay, time to get some science. Now, like I said, this is going to be the solar mission, and for that we need a solar probe. Now, we need to add a few things to this. We need to add... I'm going to put 3 of these on. So I'm not sure if I can reuse them or not. And we're not going to worry about the computing nose cone array. Now, as you can see on here, we have quite a few batteries. Probably overkill. 2 goo canisters like normal, and 2 Science Juniors. And a lot of parachutes and solar panels. Now, the reason for the parachutes is I would love to bring this craft home. However, in the event that I can't, I can transmit the data. So we might as well throw one of these on there because I haven't got the experiment done yet. And that'll pretty much give us everything we need for our science. So let's go ahead and go to the launch. Now, the difference on this launch is it's going to take quite a long time. So most of the video is just going to be the launching of this craft. So here we go. First things first, we're going to log our seismic data, and we'll go ahead and transmit that. And we'll go ahead and log the gravity data and transmit that. We'll throttle up to just about there. Wait for that to be done. And in 3, 2, 1, go. Now, as I said, this is going to be a very slow craft going up, and the gravity turn is going to be a little different this time as well. It's not going to be started at 8,000 and slowly tip. It has to be done later due to the way it's designed. Also, it is a night launch, which I do apologize for, but it was that or take and speed up our time a little bit. And I felt the night launch was needed, although I wish I had put lights on the craft now. And as you can see by our fuel, let's go ahead and kick up the full throttle. And our speed's going to drop, but eventually it'll catch back up, and our time to apoapse at the moment is dropping as well. And this is why it's going to take a long time for this craft to get up into orbit. Actually, it's not actually going into orbit. It's going on a exit trajectory from Kerbal. Those two are done. Go ahead now and just hold on to this path for quite a while. Okay, can't be done right now. Now I'm trying to remember, I think it's that way. Yep. Okay, we can start our gravity turn. Now I actually did this in asparagus stage. Now this is going to drop for quite a bit, and then it'll eventually start slowing down, and we're going to hold this position for quite a while now, so it'll be quite a long, treacherous journey. We're already 3 minutes into the mission. As you can see, we really haven't went very far. Let's see, it's starting to slow down now. We're not quite to where we can start maneuvering ourselves again, but it should start picking back up. And there it goes. And our radar altimeter just went off, so we are too far away from the ground to actually receive any data. Let's go ahead and keep on that 45. We're only at 35 kilometers, so we've got a long ways yet to go before we reach complete upper atmosphere. Let's see if we can't find one of our graviolis. Can't be done right now. But like I said, is I want to try and return this craft back from a solar orbit. Good. We're already up almost to a minute now on our apoaps. And we're coming up on a sunrise of Kerbal. That looks nice. We're already up over 5 minutes into this mission and haven't even left Kerbal yet. Most of the times by now, we've already probably reached orbit. But we haven't even reached orbital velocity either, so we're really, it looks like we're really struggling when in actuality we are not. Okay, we're into a minute into our orbit now. We can start leveling off. Let's go ahead and hold here. And we have to wait until that's almost 0 to deploy our field of solar cells, which we honestly don't need right now. And we are in orbit now. Should be able to deploy them, but I'll wait until we're a little higher up. I'll wait until we hit about 75 meters, 75,000 meters. And deploy. Let's see here, Gravioli. Let's go ahead and keep that data. Actually, let's see. Oh, we can't see any of our data. We actually have to go to just above. Log it. We're going to go ahead and transmit that. Haven't really been paying attention. We're starting to tip the wrong way. And now we have a periapsis coming in, and we are officially orbit bound. Okay, we don't need to worry about the temperature. And this fuel tank's about to run dry. And now comes the long burn. Now these are also asparagus staged. As you can see, we got 3 tanks that are full and 3 tanks that will be draining. And those 3 tanks first will drain, we'll ditch those. And then the other 3 will drain out, and then we have our center tank here. And then once all those tanks are done, we go on to an ant engine, and hopefully that'll be enough to bring us home. And there's Mun just coming over the rise there. Let's go ahead and point ourselves in that general direction and keep going. Here you can see a better look at the craft. A nice pinwheel effect for the solar panels. And then the pinwheel of that's a pretty nice shot right there. In fact, and that should deorbit itself. Now the one thing I haven't been doing since I started this save is I have not been cleaning up my orbit. I think in this one I'm going to leave everything, which is probably going to bother my OCD a little bit, but we'll manage. We're trying to maintain our prograde marker to get ourselves as much velocity as possible. Go ahead and log that, and we'll transmit it. Transmit that. Just want to make sure Go ahead and transmit that. Now these little ones, I'm not worried too much about them returning. It's the bigger experiments that I'm more worried about returning the full science value for. Okay, let's go ahead and switch to map mode. And our periapsis is slowly climbing. Or our apoapse, excuse me. Seems like this is taking a lot more fuel, but I've probably got a little more weight with all these experiments now on here. Let's check another one. Oh, we're high over. Actually, well, let's just go ahead and just keep on keeping on. Not seeing an apoapse coming out of that. Well, let's go ahead and kill our engines. And that's going to give us a flyby a mun. Okay, so let's go ahead and log that. And we'll send that. And now we will take and we'll just burn down until this okay, actually I think I'm going to stop here and let the episode air out on its own. So if you've liked the video, please like, favorite, and subscribe. And until next time, have fun.